Thanks so much. Everyone loves Dahlin Burgers. Our first guests on today's show are working on a fundraising event from Family Service and Children's Aid CEO, Dr. Bob Powell, and from American Legion Post 315, Jody Wilbur. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having us, Bart. Appreciate it.
Well, I know you've got a fundraiser you're teaming up on. First, we'll find out what's new at FSCA.
Oh, we're so busy. It's a good kind of problem, right? I would say the most new thing is some grants that we got for more work in the schools, more mental health services in the school. We're going to have a full-time therapist out at Northwest High School. And so as the school year, if you can believe it, is starting up again, we are gearing up to become a really important part of the Northwest High School staff. And then, of course, we're going to continue in the schools that we've been doing mental health treatment in the schools. The reason why that's so important, obviously, is to help the students that are struggling socially and emotionally. But we go to them because they can't always get to us.
Now, were you able to go into the schools during the pandemic?
A lot of that was virtual. Real hard to do therapy with a 7 or 8 year old on camera. But as the schools opened up and they would let us in, we started to gear back up. We really didn't get fully into the schools again until halfway through this last school year. 20 was a wash. 2021, it was just a wash, really.
Jody's here from the Brooklyn Post of the American Legion number 315, a very active post in our community, and you've been there a quarter of a century?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. How did you get involved in the American Legion?
Grew up there as a kid, just family. And as I graduated high school and went on to college, I worked there part-time. Then when I got married, started a family, I stayed working there part-time. And then when my children got a little bit older, I took on the role about 4 years ago, becoming the manager of the American Legion.
And it is, as I said, a very, very active post. How big is the membership?
It fluctuates between about 1,400 and 1,600.
Really? Wow.
Obviously, we do yearly, they have to renew every year, so it just fluctuates a little bit there. But no, we have a very large post. There's one larger than us in Michigan, which is in Grand Haven. But they have like 3 or 4 different clubs all in together.
So you're the second largest American Legion post in the whole state of Michigan?
Yes, we are.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, there's hardly anything that happens in Brooklyn and the Irish Hills without your involvement. You're very, very much a part of the community. And now you're teaming up with Family Service and Children's Aid. What are you guys doing?
We're really excited to be partnering with them for the first time. They've donated their hall, the entire hall. We're going to be doing a bingo next Friday. Woo! Next Friday the 5th. Doors open at 6:30. This is our second go at it. And here's what I do know. From our first time, it's really a good time. People really get very involved in the actual game of bingo. And then they do different types of games of bingo throughout the night. We'll be serving food and playing a whole lot of different kind of bingo.
Well, that's good news for bingo fans because quite a few bingos have not come back, including my mom's bingo. She hasn't been able to go since before the pandemic. And that's that was a big part of her life.
Social life,
Yeah.
sure.
Every time I visited, I went and played bingo, and I'm not good at it. I almost got banned because it turns out I thought I had bingo 3 times in one night, and I didn't. But they frown on you when you do holler bingo.
And you don't have it.
You don't have it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a whole new generation finding bingo. That's my experience.
Have you played?
Yes, absolutely. Good time. I was telling Jody last year, I was surprised at the people that really got involved in it, and you could not talk to them, you could not sit next to them, go away, because they're hardcore bingo. And I never would have known that until, and for many of them, it was their first time out, and they were like all in.
How many different cards can someone have?
I think they're selling books of 6.
Oh,
That's a lot. I can't even keep track
6.
of one.
6 is nothing, Bob.
No.
Oh my gosh.
You
these
play
people-
bingo?
Yes, definitely.
How many cards do you have?
Well, I like the machine myself, but I'll be playing at least a package of 6 when we do it on Friday.
And do you have regular bingos at the American Legion?
We do not have regular
No?
bingos. No.
Huh.
Nope, we went with the Queen of Hearts instead of bingo.
No, it's another fun activity.
I have no idea what that is. None. I don't get out much.
It's all right, as long as you know bingo. All right, so fundraiser, you've got to charge for it, and then there's prizes.
Yeah,
right?
prizes, definitely. And they're listed on the flyer. I don't
Cash.
have them memorized. Yeah, it's all cash prizes, for sure.
And we're hoping everyone's feeling generous and donating it back.
It all goes to the services that
Is
we
there a
provide.
particular thing with Family Service and Children's Aid that the money will be used for?
Well, I was telling Jody, we're really targeting our guardian services as well as our drug treatment because that is a huge need in Jackson, our substance use disorder treatment.
And that's another thing that during the pandemic's actually gotten worse.
Yeah, much worse, most definitely. Mental health and struggles with substance use.
Do people
time.
need to make a plan in advance for the bingo?
Nope, just show up at the door.
Do you have some?
We did not pre-sell tickets this time. We do have a limit. I think we were limiting it to 125. So hopefully you can get in, show up by 6:30, get through the door.
Looks like you still have some VIP tables.
You can buy in advance, definitely. Yeah. For 150, you get 8 seats reserved and 2 bingo books through the door.
Strong-families.org is where you go
Yep.
to buy those.
That's our website.
You did this once. You did a bingo last year.
We did. It was a huge success. So it's going to be an annual event.
A couple of months from now will be your major fundraiser.
Cash Bash.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that's all set for February.
Oh, February.
Yes.
Oh, I
that
thought
will
it was
be.
October.
It used to be,
Oh.
but because bingo now butts up against it, we're trying to balance out all the volunteers and the time. Yeah, so it's going to be February this year, and that'll be our 6th annual.
Tell me about the county guardian situation. You're involved with that, and there's some changes coming up.
Yes, we are. I'm attempting to restructure the entire system in Jackson County. So guardian services is when a vulnerable adult does not have a loved one that will look out for their best interest. Elderly, developmentally disabled, severely emotionally disturbed. And so the courts make them our wards because they are certified and competent to make decisions for themselves. And right now there's not a system for that. So like if Adult Protective Services becomes aware of an adult that is really struggling and not care for themselves, they don't know what to do with them. There's very few resources. And by the time it gets to the courts really don't know what to do with them. And so I'm attempting to restructure a system and put a team in place, like with us, Adult Protective Services, the courts, Lifeway CMH, that can triage and assess what that individual might need and get them the services that they would need.
And it comes at a time when the person who is the county guardian is retiring.
That's correct. She's been doing it 42 years.
Marcia
Smith.
Smith, 42 years.
Yeah, she retired last Friday, and so we're trying to rethink all of this. With her goes a wealth of information and history. But we're geared up, right? We had a succession plan in place. But I just figure there's got to be a better way to do this. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. So people end up back on the street.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the American Legion Post, because not only this bingo event, you do a lot of things throughout the year. What are the things that are your signature events and activities at the Post?
Same thing, we do a cash bash, different fundraisers like that. We do 2 dinners a month, the second and fourth Fridays that we raise money to give scholarships to kids going away to college, trade schools, anything like that. Our main focus is the veterans, trying to support them, giving them activities to come in and do. Anybody that needs help or assistance, we try reaching out and getting them what they need. And we just continue to plug along. So anything that we can do to help a veteran out, we're there to do that. That's our number one. Then we go community, and then we go to the schools. So as much as we can help within our community, we definitely try and do that.
Can anyone join?
You have to become a member, you have to have a family member that has served in the military. But you can join as a Son of the Legion or an auxiliary member. And they've, of course, changed the rules in the last couple years and opened it up so that more people in your family can become members. Where there's a will, there's a way. And anybody who wants to support our veterans, we want them to come support them. So we definitely, you have to prove the DD-214, saying you had somebody in the family. But once they provide that, we sign them up, and we hope they get involved and come in and enjoy the time at the American Legion.
Nice. Join the second largest American Legion Post in the entire state.
I had no idea.
Me either. Bob, are you still teaching spin classes?
Yes, I am. I was just thinking that it will be 20 years I've been teaching. I taught today. But it's going strong. The why will always be there, and it's going strong. My numbers are good.
Are you doing any outdoor classes?
We are not, because of the kids' camp.
No.
They have pretty much taken over every available space. Whoa! But I hope to get back outside this fall as soon as school starts back up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to see both of you. Thanks for coming in today.
Always. Thank you, Bart.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Bob Powell, Dr. Bob Powell, CEO of Family Service and Children's Aid, and the manager of the American Legion Post number 315, Jody Wilbur. We've got some great